boogie, set up, drop the boogie. Ball with the ball, the bang, the dang, diggy, diggy, diggy. Set the boogie, set up, drop the boogie. Ball with the ball, the bang, the dang, diggy, diggy, diggy. Set the boogie, set up, drop the boogie.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Chase Race number 8 of the Mountain Dew Voltage Cup Series. We are here at Atlanta for the Oral-B USA 500. On the pole for today's race is Michael Beeson. Beside him, Sean Galligan. Row 2, we got Michael Amato and Kate Rogers. Row 3, Greg Lyons and Michael Santos. Row 4, Benjamin Tilton, part-timer Chris Carando. And in Row 5, Tony Vieira and John Linares. Other notables for part-timers and chasers. Starting 13th is Michael Naylor. Austin Alves 15th. Michael Parker 16th. Allison Rogers 18th. Nico Tringali 21st. Connor Breton starts 24th. Benjamin Dion 25th. Robert Rogers 26th. Cavanero 27th. Cody Russell starting 29th. That's good on the inside for him. Zachary Rogers 31st. Peggy Bowling 33rd. Logan Scott 35th. Nolan Bergeron 37th. Peter Sands 40th. So there's your chasers. It's Cody Russell entering the race here today with a huge points lead. And there are a lot of drivers. Better hope he does terrible this week like he did last week at Coca-Cola, finishing 21st. But it didn't really seem to help them gain much ground on him. So we'll get you to the green flag in a moment. So we get ready to go for green, and last week we saw a first-time winner on the season, and that was Micah Kidney. Got his first win of his career in the Cup Series. As we have had a few of those this season. Nolan Bergeron, Sam Rogers, Dion Scott, and Micah Kidney. So those are the 4 drivers we've had do that. Will we see a 5th today? Who knows? Green flag is out. We are underway at Atlanta. And Amato got such a bad start. Galligan was able to pull in the bottom. And now Galligan will look for the lead. We saw pretty much what's going to happen. Part-timers, they're gonna race and race and race and cycle off the lead and everything, and then they're probably gonna wreck at some point. Lap 1 complete, Galligan leading it. And this is probably actually the bigger wild card race because of the way the field cycles around. And Amato leads pretty much that whole lap. He's holding him off pretty good. Now he's leaving an opening, and that's going to probably allow Tony Vieira to shoot to the bottom to take the race lead. And now here comes Austin Alves. Austin Alves had a shot at his 4th win of the season last week. And here comes Steve Cavallo, still looking to get that first win on the season. He knows time's running out. He would love to get his 8th career victory this season and continue the season streak. He's the only driver that's had a win every season. Right now he's looking pretty good. Cody Russell already up to the front. Chase drivers, by the way, these are the schemes they will be running to the end of the season. As we got a line of chasers here. Cody Russell, Zachary Rogers, Peggy Bowling, Logan Scott, Cavanero, all in a line here. But Cavallo holding them off pretty dang good right now. Zachary Rogers to the bottom. Peggy Bowling now going to look below him. As all the pack racing, and Cavallo still gets a draft, is allowing Cavallo to hang in the lead. But we have a very long race here today, 65 laps. Already 6 down. And they are 3 by 3 behind. And now Nathan Rogers looking to make it 4 wide. Greeny gets by Cavanero though, so he gets to settle it out. But Cavallo doing a great job here. Let's get some heads up on some Cup drivers not returning next season, including Henrietta Fitzwater. Zachary Fitzwater going to... Oh, we have a crash! I just saw Benjamin Dion hit the wall. Caution flag waves about 12 laps earlier than part-timers. Cavallo will lead it to the line, and it looks like we maybe have a couple of drivers out of the race. And the first caution of the day will fly. Cody Russell is involved. Cody Russell and Benjamin Dion. And this is what Cody Russell did not want, and this is what everybody else in the chase did. This is going to make the chase close again, guys. And considering Cody Russell's car is behind Dion in pit road, Cody Russell is going to get 1 point today. Wow, what a swing of events here at Atlanta. We talked about Atlanta being a wild card race. Now let's see what knocked out Dion and Cody Russell. Early on, I'm surprised they didn't wreck right here. Kate Rogers and Allison Rogers going 4 wide with Dion and Cody Russell. I'm surprised they don't wreck there. And then they're going to keep going down the straightaway. Now Kate Rogers gets by. Cody Russell is going to hit the 51. 51 goes down the track, hits the 55, John Linares. Linares comes back up, just barely taps the 51, goes right into him, and then Dion got stuck in the safer barrier. And Cody Russell is going to land on top of it. And that's a tough break for Dion. This is probably his worst chase of his career. So, wow, let's get you back to the restart. Ready to go back, green flag racing here with 53 laps of racing left. And there you can see it. Benjamin Dion, 41st. Cody Russell, 42nd. Both of them done for the day. And Cody Russell is going to get just 1 point today. And that is going to be a huge hit to his points lead. Henrietta Fitzwater in the race lead. Mentioned Zachary Fitzwater driving the 75 next season. And Brad Lewis going to drive the 77, so she is not going to have a ride. Chris Washer also did not get to sign back up. So he is done. He's second. Cavallo third. Peter Sands, highest chaser at the moment, in fourth. James Moore in fifth. Peyton Goodman sixth. Nathan Rogers seventh. Benjamin Tilton eighth. Scott Greeny ninth. And Frank Hopkins is 10th. Now I believe the drivers that are close in points behind him are still Greg Lyons, Nico Tringali, Austin Alves, and Lyons, Alves, Nico, and I think Cavanero. I'm not sure though. But we'll see what happens after today's race. But I think we're going to have some people get back under that 47-point barrier. As Cavallo immediately diving below Chris Washer for second. Peter Sands up here. He's been around for 4 seasons now almost. And he's still looking for his first career victory. And he's had some chances. He had a chance at Michigan trying to do it on fuel strategy. Micah Kidney got spun out. And then I think he had a shot at Dubai. And he got... I think he hit the pit road wall. I'm not really certain. Cavallo looking to the lead. Gonna try to block Peyton Goodwin, but he cannot. Peyton Goodwin may be trying to join that 6-win club that Austin Alves and Karen Vieira have. 6 wins apiece in their career. Cavallo at 7, but It's still such a long race, and they're already back to 3 wide racing. Let's hope they don't wreck again, but you still got 40 cars on the track. It's just going to take them a while to get back to 4 wide racing. But Austin Alves we see coming up to the front here on the bottom lane as Peyton Goodwin is holding on to the lead. He's pretty much doing what Cavallo did before that first caution. As Henrietta Fitzwater is going to settle in behind him, single file. Austin Alves coming up to third. Peyton Goodwin is the only driver that has ever won 3 races in a row, and he did that back in Season 2. I don't remember the correct order, but I believe it was Martinsville, Texas, Kansas. That was his rookie season, too. Henrietta Fitzwater now looking for the race lead. Austin Alves getting pushed to the high side by buddy Peter Sands. And now Peter Sands getting a draft from Steve Cavallo. And the pack is reforming. As everybody is within 3 seconds of the race leader. And now they're 3 wide for the lead. Here comes, oh, never mind. Nico Tringali getting the block from Cavallo. But they're reforming the 3 wide racing up here in the front. Got 46 more laps of racing. And they should have to pit around maybe lap 40. I think, if they stay green. But Cavallo gets back to the front, and it looks like he's going to try to keep it in the front. There's other drivers trying to get up to the front here. Here comes Zachary Rogers in the second place. And there's another driver not coming back next season, Logan York, who won the Part-Timers Championship last season. And got cut out of the chase for wrecking Steve Cavallo at Puco before the chase. That 25-point penalty would have put him in the chase, and it would have, Cavanero would not have made the chase. But, you know, when you wreck somebody, you got to take the consequences, and Cavallo was looking at maybe a winner or second place finish, as now Zachary Rogers to the point. But for how long is the question? Zachary Rogers winning at Talladega this season. As now Adam Rogers looking for the race lead. But Nathan Rogers going below him. Logan Scott up here. Logan Scott very way down in chase points. Probably out of range. We're going to do that after today's race. Whoever's over 94 points back is out of range in the championship. Ryan Shea looking to the race lead. Here comes Nolan Bergeron. And here comes Stephanie Vanasse as they are back to pack racing here at Atlanta. As Vanasse barely beat him to the line. Now Nico's teammate Chris Washer looking for the race lead as they head down the back straightaway. Coming off of turn 4, leading the lap. Chris Washer barely edging out John Linares. I'm going to step aside for about 20 seconds here. Back here at Atlanta, let's see who's in the back. Frank Hopkins has lost the draft. So has Jim Morton. Chris Corando. Others at the way back here as John Linares gets in the wall, and it looks like he's going to lose the draft now. It looks like drivers are getting in the wall somewhere and they're falling back, but that's either a good thing or a bad thing, depending where a wreck might occur. And look who's coming to the lead. It's Micah Kidney, who won last week at Coca-Cola. As a matter of fact, we haven't had a back-to-back winner in ages. It's gotten so tough in this sport. Not since Season 2, I believe. Al's taking the lead for a moment, but here comes Nolan Bergeron now. Just about halfway through today's race, and pit stops are summing up in about 10 laps. And people can tend to wreck during pit stops here coming through turns 3 and 4. As Henrietta Fitzwater going to take the lead back. Here comes Connor Breton in the 83 car. Nathan Rogers up here. Austin Alves just seems to love the front. He is not falling back. As we are halfway through today's race here at Atlanta. They can definitely make it on one more pit stop if they stay green. As Nathan Rogers pulling way out, and here comes Carvalho. Carvalho getting to the front at maybe a good moment with pit stops coming up. As he's looking to take the lead away from Nathan Rogers. Could end up having a close finish here at Atlanta. As Carvalho takes the race lead away from Nathan Rogers, and they're starting to single file out a bit up front here. We got Michael Beeson up at the third. But Carvalho on the point. Coming to the line, 30 more laps of racing. And I think, some 4 wide. I'm seeing some crazy racing in the back there. Oh, Austin Alves! Caution flag waves. Cavanero. Jim Morton pounds the 16 car. Huge 3-car crash. Michael Beeson and Michael Santos just came to pit road. Caution flag waves. And a huge crash on the back straightaway. Alan Cavanero, Austin Alves, Jim Morton could not get around the 16 car. We're going to watch and see if the 20 and the 00 can pit and get out before the leaders come around, because they might end up getting out to stay on the lead lap. And they are away, and this could benefit them. But let's see what happened to Cavanero and Austin Alves. So Alves was running high. He had been in a 4-wide situation down the quad oval, and he came down, and Cavanero just got into him. And brace yourselves on this. This is a hit. Oof. That is a hit for Austin Alves. Cavanero got some of that because Alves' back end came to hit him before he had a chance to hit the wall. And then Jim Morton's going to come out here. John Lennier's barely making it by, but you'll see right here, Jim Morton just clips the left front end of Austin Alves. Wow, that's a tough break for him. And then I think Cavanero's going to slam into Jim Morton out of frustration here. Oh, yep, there he goes. He slammed right into him in black smoke, and he's done too. Tough break for Cavanero and Alves. They were hoping to gain some points on Cody Russell. Let's take it on board with the 16 and the 18. Just riding on board with Alan Cavanero. Riding on board with Austin Alves. Tough ride for Austin. Getting ready to go back. Green flag racing already. Drivers out of the race, Jim Morton, Alan Cavanero, and Austin Alves. Austin Alves being airlifted to the local hospital for further inspection. He is talking. He's conscious and talking to them, and he just says he feels a little sore. They're going to check him out. Cavanero has been summoned to the Namar hauler. And we might be expecting maybe a points penalty. Not really sure, but yeah. Getting ready to go back green, and Beeson and Santos lucked out. They got Beeson's up to second, Santos up to fourth. Tilton leads, Connor Breton third, Logan York fifth, Galligan sixth, Carol Moore in seventh, Nathan Rogers eighth, Kate Rogers ninth, and Steve Cavallo is 10th with 25 laps of racing to go. Another small 3-car crash. Not what we saw in part-timers. We saw like an 8-car crash. But that's because it was on the front stretch. When you're on the back stretch, and we got people pitting. I see Carol Morton going down the pit road. Carol Morton, they must not have gotten enough fuel in that car. And I think they might have a fuel problem. Tilton in the lead, but here comes Michael Beeson. Atlanta can be known to have some people get fuel problems, as Carol Morton is probably going to eventually either run out of gas or something of the like. So Sean Galligan leading. Here comes Michael Santos. And Greg Lyons coming up to the front. Remember, he hasn't won a race all season long. And yeah, Carol Morton's got a fuel problem. So if she stops on the track, that could be a caution. Galligan, Kate Rogers, Peyton Goodwin's going to get into the 22, and we got a big one. Here we go, huge wreck. A lot of cars involved. Peggy Bowling involved, huge wreck. Peyton Goodwin got into Kate Rogers. Caution flag will wave. Henrietta Fitzwater is going to be the leader. Sean Galligan with heavy damage. Banas, Allison Rogers, Michael Santos, Kate Rogers, Corando, Shea, Frank Hopkins, Peggy Bowling smoking, Scott Greeny, Logan York. Huge crash here at Atlanta. Greg Lyons made it through though. Zachary Rogers, Nico Tringali, some of the chasers we were talking about managed to make it through, and these could be their last pit stops of the day. Actually, they're staying out. They already got their last pit stop, so let's see what caused, let's get a more good look at what caused our third caution of the day. Right here, you see the 68 is going to get into his own teammate, and when you get on the apron, it's just tough to get off, and Kate Rogers goes right up in the Galligan. There's Michael Santos. Logan York gets involved there. Look at the 22 car. And then Galligan, and they're all just up there. And Peggy Bowling ran into the back of Scott Greeny. That's what messed them up. There's John Linares getting involved. Brenda Rogers. And then you see Galligan, Corando. Look at Vanas gets hammered by the 51 car. That was a pretty huge wreck on coming out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. So, let's take it on board with some people here. Getting on board with Kate Rogers. Getting on board with Kate Rogers' sister, Allison Rogers. And Allison just had nowhere to go and slammed into her teammate there. Last on board with chaser Peggy Bowling. Just could not slow down in time and got into the back of Scott Greeny. Let's take you to the restart. Getting ready to go back, green flag racing. Drivers out of the race now. Carol Morton retiring from no fuel. Peggy Bowling, Stephanie Manas, Scott Greeny, Sean Galligan, Allison Rogers, Kate Rogers, and Frank Hopkins. Logan York and Nolan Bergeron continuing. They are a lap down. Other cars continuing that are slow include Ryan Shea, Michael Santos, Chris Corando, and Brenda Rogers. John Linares had some damage too. So this could be interesting with the 2 lap cars on the bottom there. Henrietta Fitzwater in the lead. Greg Lyons second. Nathan Rogers third. Peyton Goodwin fourth. Zachary Rogers fifth. Cavallo sixth. Adam Rogers seventh. Nico Tringali eighth. Beeson ninth. And Naylor is in 10th. As we get ready to go back racing, going to have 16 laps to go. Can they keep it green now? They only got like 25 fast cars on the track, not even. So we'll see what happens here. Let's hope the pace car ducks down the pit road for the final time. Who is going to win the All-B USA 500? Green flag back in the air at Atlanta. And you really just got to watch and see who gets the mistake of going down low behind the 58 and 69. Nobody really does it. But now the 58 is going to move high. 69's down low. And these guys back here are going to get blocked. "14 drivers did make it by, as now those guys are going to make it 3 wide. So they can get by, and that's not what they wanted. Tilton back here, Peter Sands. Michael Santos, you can see, is slow. Greg Lyons to the lead. 14 laps to go. Now Nathan Rogers to the lead. Here comes Zachary Rogers in the 3 car. Henrietta Fitzwater down low, though. Still looking for her first one on the season. Second career. The laps are winding down. We don't have many drivers up here because of the lap cars got in the way. Everybody is by him now, though. Chasers we got up front here include Michael Parker, Greg Lyons, Nico Tringali, Michael Naylor, and Zachary Rogers. So we're going to have like some 5 chasers, I think, here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 or 6 chasers that are up here are going to gain a lot of points on Cody Russell, as we only got 12 or 11 in the pack right now. Cavallo was in the lead. Here comes Michael Beeson. But what's going to happen when they catch Michael Santos? Because he is 4 seconds slower than these guys. Tringali to the lead. Here comes Parker, though. Michael Parker to the lead. Now it is a 13 car pack. Connor Breton trying to maybe close in on him. 10 laps to go. Greg Lyons looking for the race lead, and he will take it for the moment. Micah Kidney looking to go back to back. As we said, nobody's done that in a while. Lyons getting in the wall, entering turn 3 there. Here comes Michael Naylor to the lead. And they're going to catch Michael Santos into turn 1 and 2. On exit or in the turn. Here we go. It's going to be coming down right down the backstretch. Peyton Goodwin has to slam on the brakes. Fitzwater goes by. Peyton Goodwin almost got wrecked by Nathan Rogers. Amato and Henrietta Fitzwater into the front. 8 laps to go. Amato looking for the race lead. They're slowing down side by side. It's going to let these guys catch back up to them. Connor Breton getting up there, and the rest of the pack's going to catch Santos, and this is going to make the pack maybe a little bigger here. Tony Vieira, Logan Scott, some other drivers here flying by. But Amato to the lead as the rest of the pack catches up. 7 laps to go here at Atlanta. Amato trying to end a longest drought in history. It has been, I think, over 100 races almost now since he last won. Connor Breton, though, trying to get a full-time ride next season, maybe win the race here to get that 29 RCR ride full-time next season. But they're still 3 wide behind Amato. They're going to catch Bergeron and York, maybe Shea even as well. If Amato can get by these 2 easily, he could get the win. Michael Parker, though, coming up from behind. Coming to 5 laps to go. Just starting the new clip. Don't know how long I was on that one. Parker looking for the lead down low. Michael Parker is going to look for the race lead here. They're catching the 58 and the 69. Probably next lap they're going to catch them. Will a chaser win? Will we see somebody else steal the show? Here we go. They're about to catch him down through the quad oval into turn 1. Who is going to get by? Parker gets slowed, but they go to the bottom. They're all slowed. Amato on the high side. They're going to block that high side. Naylor's going to go by. Zachary Rogers in second. Adam Rogers in third. Fitzwater, Beeson, Lyons. 3 laps to go at the line. Here comes Adam Rogers. He won this race last season. Adam Rogers may be looking to repeat here. Zachary Rogers to the high side. They're going to catch Ryan Shea. Coming to 2 laps to go, they're going to catch Shea. Will he block a buddy of his, Michael Naylor? Will somebody else win? Here comes Greg Lyons, almost 3 wide for second. Going into turn 1. Naylor catches Shea. He has to slam the brakes on. Now he gets Shea to go high. Here comes Henrietta Fitzwater looking low. Fitzwater looking low. Here comes Lyons. Here comes Rogers. Coming to the white flag. They might catch Corando. They might not. They will. They're going to catch Corando on the last lap. Rogers going low to Lyons. Can Henrietta Fitzwater hang on? Going down the back straightaway. Fitzwater's going to go high on Corando. Coming out of turn 4 as the pack chases. Henrietta Fitzwater's going to win it at Atlanta. Henrietta Fitzwater gaining her second career victory. One of the best races of the season. Zachary Rogers, Greg Lyons coming home second and third. That's going to help them in the chase. Carvalho coming home fourth. Beeson fifth. And wow, look at that finish for third place. I'm going to have to look at that after. Logan Scott 6th, Parker 7th, Naylor 8th, Peyton Goodwin 9th, and Robert Rogers finishes 10th. See you guys next week at Sonoma.